Boys, today I want to teach you about a concept which could possibly save you a lot of pain throughout your life, and that is the golden handcuffs concept. First of all, before we jump into anything, my name is Sam Harborne, and my mission is to help as many young men out of life's trenches as humanly possible. If that sounds interesting to you, you can join our movement by subscribing to the channel and getting involved in our Discord server. Now guys, you're probably wondering, what are golden handcuffs? I'll tell you about how I learned what the term was. I was in the back of a taxi in Bangkok on the way back from a boxing event that I went to. I went to go watch my friend have a fight. And in this taxi was myself, my girlfriend, and also a very interesting chap called Tom Spark. And Tom Spark's been on the channel before. He was actually the first person I did Cigar Sundays with, fun fact. Tom is awesome. But we were having some really interesting conversations, and he brought up the concept of golden handcuffs because we were actually talking about DJs, because Tom used to be a DJ, and he was telling us about how actually awful the lifestyle was, which actually surprised me a lot because I always assumed being a DJ would be really awesome. You get to travel the world, you're constantly partying, right? You're pretty much always the most important person in any partying environment. Sounds pretty awesome to me, right? But a few things were missed on me, and from hearing about Tom's first-hand experience, being a DJ who plays at live events has to be one of the shittest lives ever. Think of it, okay? Your livelihood is attached to constantly going to party environments, which are usually absolutely drug infested, and you usually end up doing tons of drugs as well. You're invited to all of the after parties. Every single white girl wants to bang you, wants to take you back to the afters. You can be the DJ, you can be the really cool one in the room. It's a horribly destructive hedonistic treadmill that you end up on, because when you're constantly exposing yourself to these elements, it's very difficult to continually say no. Even if you decide consciously doing drugs, having sex with white women, going to after parties is a bad thing for me. Because your work requires you to just constantly expose yourself to it, it's really difficult to say no. And this is the life that most DJs live. And just thinking now, it's so clear to me. Even when I go to live events, I'm a big fan of drum and bass. When I look at the DJs, there's very few who look actually happy. They're usually just zoned in, playing the music. They've usually got a spliff in their hand as well. They're usually smoking weed and shit, and who knows what else they're doing. I don't know. Every single person in that room is worshipping them. Every single person wants to do drugs with them. They want to go back to the after party with them. Every girl wants to have sex with them. It is a horrible cycle. Horrible. But what are they to do? Their livelihood and what they've maxed out on their skill tree is DJing and playing live events. So to step away from that, they would have to start from zero again. They would have to make a massive sacrifice, and that is golden handcuffs, guys. You're stuck captive to a vice or a job that you don't like, but it's good enough. You know, it's golden handcuffs. It pays the bills, you have a fun lifestyle, and if you was to step away, you would lose a lot of incentives, money, respect, status. Now guys, the reason I'm telling you about this concept is because you could fall into many different traps throughout your life as you continue your journey fighting through the trenches. You're gonna have a lot of decision making to make, and I wanna forewarn you about some of the traps you can fall into, and also just make you conscious of the concept of golden handcuffs so that you can start to think ahead a little bit. Because like I say, I thought being a DJ, it just sounded awesome. You get to fucking party for a lifestyle, and you're so high status in any party that you go to, but you miss a lot of the nuances with this stuff. So I've picked out some of the things that you might find yourself being exposed to, and you might also find yourself being pulled towards, which might get you in a golden handcuffs scenario. So number one is steroids. I would say most guys who start steroids are probably someone a bit like me, who's been going to the gym for like 2.5, 3 years. They've got okay results, but they're not like, you know, massive. They're not massive. So they start to think, well, how the fuck do I get out of this plateau I have? Every single day I open up my Instagram and I keep seeing guys who are way bigger, way more jacked, way more shredded. Why is that not me? They must be on steroids. That's what I'm missing. And you're constantly gonna have this voice in the back of your head pushing you towards steroids. And it starts innocently enough. You might think to yourself, well, I'll just do one cycle of TRT, which should have a minimal detriment to my health, and then I'll just stop. And that one cycle, I'll feel really awesome, I'll get some gains, and I'll be happy with that. The problem is, you start your cycle, you feel like a demigod. Ooh, you're a machine, you're a fucking animal, right? And then your cycle ends, and you return to baseline, probably below baseline, because taking this stuff actually slows down your natural production until you do a post-cycle treatment. But even then, if you continue to blast TRT, the post-cycle treatment doesn't even work and your natural production gets fucked. So you can see how you could possibly end up in a golden handcuff scenario here, guys. Do one cycle, feel like a demigod, return to baseline, feel like absolute shit. Oh, one more won't hurt. Oh, another one won't hurt. That's how it happens, guys. Soon enough, you're blasting all sorts of shit, TRT, tren, SARMs, whatever it may be, and your natural production has completely slowed down, your balls have shrank, and you actually have to continue taking TRT because you cannot produce testosterone naturally anymore. And because you're doing that, you can't even have fucking kids anymore. Your sperm count has declined. You can't get a woman pregnant, and there goes your bloodline. That sounds terrible to me. And having to continually inject yourself with chemicals made in a lab because at one point you decided, I want to get bigger quicker. For the rest of your life, you're now injecting this shit. And as you're continuing to inject it, you're having to go higher and higher and higher to get the benefits. You're jumping onto all sorts of different compounds. You have no control over your emotions anymore. You're angry, you're horny. There's your golden handcuffs, guys. Next up, guys, is OnlyFans and porn. This can apply to people who do OnlyFans, so they have their own OnlyFans, or if you're an OnlyFans manager. This will follow you for the rest of your life. Imagine if you are a OnlyFans model. Let's say you're a female. Most of you watching this are men, but it's easier to visualize. You're a female OnlyFans model. Some guy looks at you weird in the street, or some guy looks at you kind of weird in the supermarket, which just happens, you know. But every single time that happens, your fight or flight response is going to kick in because you're going to think, oh my God, this guy knows who I am. He's a subscriber of mine. He's seen me naked. Oh my God, he's probably really fucking weird. When in reality, you're probably just making shit up in your head. He was probably just looking around and there was nothing nefarious about it, but that's gonna be constantly on the back of your subconscious mind. And then let's say, that sounds absolutely fucking terrible to me, but then let's also say, you eventually have kids. Again, that is gonna follow you for eternity. Your children are gonna look up to you as a role model, and they're gonna look up to you and see what you're doing to earn your money. That goes for people who are being models and for people who are running agencies. I wonder how daddy's making money. Oh, well, little Jimmy, daddy's fucking selling porn to a bunch of losers on the internet. It doesn't really fit the Superman image that I want my children to have of me. I'm pushing negativity out into the world. It's not good. And if you're a female model and you have children, your kids are going to get bullied. Imagine your son coming home from school sobbing because someone came up to him and showed him a picture of his mommy naked on the internet. And all of the class are laughing at him in unison. Jimmy's mom's a whore, Jimmy's mom's a whore. Terrible stuff. But then because you've actually made money through it, it becomes all you know. So you have to continue to do it. And this is going to affect all of your long-term relationships. It's going to follow you for the rest of your life. It's good enough. It doesn't require me to do much work to just take some pictures of my titties. You're once again stuck in your golden handcuffs scenario. Hopefully you're starting to see how a lot of this stuff can seem good at the start. Steroids, for example, seems good, you get jacked, but a lot of the nuances are missed. Unfulfilling work, likewise. You could be on some corporate investor, banker shit, I don't know, some lame shit, right? And you could be making a fuck ton of money, and this could have been something that you've like power leveled in terms of skills. You're really good at it, but you're fucking exhausted constantly. It's 12-hour work days. You're constantly on your phone. You're doing cocaine to sustain yourself throughout the day. You're drinking 16 coffees. You're banging hookers in your spare time. Think Wall of Wall Street, right? Once again, golden handcuffs. The incentives at your work are so good. You're making a lot of money, but your lifestyle absolutely fucking sucks. But what are you gonna do? You've power leveled the skill. This is all you know. This is all you're good at. What are you gonna do? Just fucking stop? You have to be very careful with the decisions you make throughout your journey through the trenches, guys, because frankly, a lot of people will try and push certain mindsets and decisions onto you because perhaps that will give you more short-term gain, but they're not necessarily thinking in the long run for you. No one is going to think ahead for you, okay? So just bear that in mind. Excessive partying. So this could apply to a lot of you right now. If you're between 18 to 23 years old, I'd say. All of your social life is encompassing your partying. All of your social circle are all party goers. And you have a great level of status whenever you enter the party. You're the guy to know. You're the guy who knows where to get the drugs. You're the guy who's really good with getting the girls. You're the fun guy, right? But once again, while you're doing this, the rest of your life is getting worse and worse and worse, and your authentic and genuine relationships, which aren't fueled while under the influence, are diminishing, which makes you lean into your excessive partying more. This is another golden handcuff scenario because you're getting your social needs met, but at a massive cost to your quality of life. And to get rid of your golden handcuffs, you have to let go of the fun and return to baseline and potentially lose all of your social circle and all of your sense of status, because you might be the shit in the middle of the rave, but when you pull up to a steak dinner, no one gives a fuck about you. You don't have anything interesting to say. And that's a very humbling scenario. So it's very hard to actually let go of that life that you've built up for yourself when there's so much work to do on the other side. And I guess you could say the same about excessive gaming. For me personally, I've just thought of this actually now, but I built up all of my life on my video games. I had the highest level characters. I was the absolute best at every game I played. And I had to let go of all of that stuff, and I had to let go of the sense of status I got from having the fucking rare camouflages, all of the rare skins, and the highest rank in the game, and returned back to real life where I was a complete fucking loser. And it's very hard to let go of that once you have it. I also want to mention crypto and day trading, guys, because there's a lot of talk about this right now, especially with Funny Bold Man. He's kind of cringing me out right now, I'm not gonna lie. I wish he would just shut the fuck up about crypto. I don't know what his plans are with it, but it just seems very chillish and cringe to me, and he's trying to spin it in a way of like, yeah, I'm not making any money from this, I just wanna watch the world burn. But at the same time, he's using it to funnel as many people into his university as humanly possible. So of course he's making money. Even if he's not making money off crypto, which he probably is, let's be honest, why would he not give signals to his, at least his inner circle, before manipulating the market like he does? But also, of course, he's making money because he's using it to sell his university course thing. So I just don't get it. I mean, he's being a bit cringe right now. Anyway, crypto and day trading, you've got this weird allure of like quick money. Yeah, if I just fucking buy the coin at the right time and it 50x's, I'll be a multi-millionaire. So the problem is, you buy a coin, let's say. Yeah, I'll give it a go, Sam, sounds fun. You buy a coin and then it actually ends up hijacking your mind. No one buys a shit coin, a very volatile shit coin, which could 50x in the next 3 hours, and just forgets about it, okay? That's what a lot of guys say. They just say, yeah, buy crypto, forget about it. No, the day trading shit is volatile. You need to be on it. It's a full-time job pretty much, because you could fucking buy a coin and then go to sleep, wake up, and it's 50x'd overnight, and then it's fucking plummeted again, and you've missed your opportunity. So I found this with my friend. He started to do crypto day trading, and he just totally forgot about everything else he was trying to do. He would spend all night looking at the charts, all day looking at the charts, all the time talking about it, all the time shilling it, and once again, golden handcuffs, because you're just waiting for that one lucky moment, please, just one lucky moment, and then I'll be financially set. And the thing is, this is pumped by all of your crypto influencers who only share when they win. But I promise you this, guys, there is way more losers in crypto than there is winners. It's a player versus player arena, okay? And of course, your favorite crypto influencers and anyone who does crypto isn't sharing their losses with you. Of course they're not. Why would they? Especially if they're trying to sell a group. There's these guys who sell crypto groups where they just manipulate the markets together. Like, of course they're not going to share their losses with you, because then why would you want to join a loser's group? But I guarantee you they have plenty of losses in crypto. There are far more losers than there are winners in crypto. It's just that your perception of that is skewed because you never see the losses. You never see them. And let me make this very clear. If you don't understand crypto, good for you. But let me make this super clear. If someone is telling you you should buy a coin, you should buy Bitcoin, Sam, you should buy whatever the fuck, I'm not even gonna say a coin, right? You should buy this, Sam, please. Yeah, bro, trust me, mate, this one's gonna go crazy, I swear. swear, man, they've bought it before you, right? So if you buy it, theirs becomes more valuable and then they can sell it for more. And that's how they make money. No one is on your team when it comes to crypto. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So this stuff can genuinely hijack your subconscious mind to the point where you just forget about everything else. You forget to create an actually valuable and monetizable skill that you can offer to the market. The amount of guys I know who did catch a pump on crypto and they're just feathers in the wind, chilling. They're just fucking aimless. And I don't even want to be like that because it's just like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You want the hardship, you want the journey that comes with making money. Even if you do get lucky and you cash in a lottery ticket and you catch a pump, you're still a slave to it because you're going to be seeking that next pump and it's going to become your entire fucking being trying to catch that pump, and it's super gay. And you're just going to be like a bit of wobbly jelly trying to find that next free bit of cash. Lame, man. Super lame. Stay away from this shit. Boys, let me ask you this. Do you feel an obligation or do you feel trapped into doing something right now that you don't actually want to be doing? Look at all aspects of your life and how you spend your time through the lens that I just offered you. Not just, is it good for me right now, but will it fuck me up in the future as well? Okay? Because everyone watching this video, you want a good self-esteem. I can't think of anything worse for your self-esteem than setting yourself up for a lifetime of fucking misery and regret, okay? And I'm not saying want as in like, oh yeah, I want to go and party and have fun. I mean like, what's right for you? What's actually right for your long-term success? Because if you can catch it now rather than later, the sooner you can turn ship and correct course, the less painful that the transition's going to be. Because if you're 35 and you're still a DJ and you're still doing live events and you're still getting offered tons of drugs and you're still getting offered to go to the after parties and to bang the white chicks, you're pretty fucked at that point. Your golden handcuffs are very firmly on your wrists. What are you gonna do, restart? I'm not saying it's too late, but fucking hell. You've already reached excellence at something to be in that position. You've just chosen the wrong thing. You're gonna tell me that at that point, you're gonna wanna start over again? Probably not. So you need to be able to correct course now. You need the perspicacity to catch it. Otherwise, you could be sat on your deathbed having lived a life of regret. That's how important this is, man. Boys, if you want to learn how to make money online from the comfort of your bedroom or traveling the world with your laptop, I teach over 500 men how to do exactly that through video editing, just as I did. And as you can see on the screen, we're getting excellent results inside of my Academy of Excellence. You could be next, man. Take care, boys.